Hey guys, it's Chef Kevin here, and a couple of weeks ago I made a Philly cheesesteak hero. Came out really nice. And then I made a Philly cheesesteak pizza. So today I'm going to make another Philly cheesesteak, but it's not going to be a pizza or a hero. It's going to be a quesadilla. Philly cheesesteak quesadilla. This is something that's really simple, cheap, and it tastes good. So what more can you ask for? So it's getting pretty hot out here in my backyard. So let's go in and we'll make a quesadilla, Philly style. Folks, let's get right into this because this is my lunch and I'm hungry. So I have a saute pan here and I'm going to put a little grapeseed oil in that. And that's what I like to use for cooking. It's a high temperature oil. You don't want to use like an extra virgin olive oil in this situation because it has too much taste to it. And you don't want to taste the oil. You want to taste the food. So right away I'm putting in my mushrooms, peppers, and onions. And these are all bits and pieces that I had left over from previous dishes. And it actually feels good to use that stuff up because it's expensive and you don't want to throw it out. You know, especially the prices we're paying for food now. I'm going to add a little sea salt and a little black pepper. And this won't take long to cook. This is over a medium-high heat. So this will only take about 3 to 4 minutes. Stir occasionally. Now the beef that I'm going to be using is a shaved ribeye beef. That's it right there. And you know this is the thing to use because they show a hero on the package. Now this stuff is really thin, so it cooks quick. Now I actually lost the portion of the video that shows me putting it into the pan and breaking it up with the spatulas, but I think you'll get the idea. You can see how thin it is here. And I think this is way better than Steakums. Steakum is frozen. This is fresh. So I'm going to stir occasionally, and then I'm going to add the beef. Alright, the beef is in, it's broken up. I'm just going to cook that for about another, not even 2 minutes, because like I said, the beef cooks so quick. It's done. So I'm going to just reserve that and build the actual quesadilla now. And this pan, this is a cast iron pan from my wife's grandmother, so this thing is dated, boy. But you can't break these down. I'm using lard, which is traditionally used for quesadillas. So just about a tablespoonful. You can use butter, but butter will burn easier. And this actually has more taste to it. These are the wraps I'm using. These are sun-dried tomato wraps. Spread that lard out. I'm going to put the bottom piece in first, of course. And then lay out my mix of beef and veggies. And that's just about the perfect amount. There was no leftovers. That was about 6 ounces of beef, by the way. So I'm going to spread it out. You don't want to bite into a quesadilla that has nothing in it. That's about good enough. And now for the cheese. I'm using Kraft 4-cheese Mexican cheese. And I'm actually using a whole cup. Spread that out a bit, make it even. Put the top on and squeeze it down. After all, a quesadilla is a pressed cheese sandwich. Now this won't take long to cook either because the flame is pretty high. I just want to show you how to lift up the edge to check the bottom. You don't want to flip these around a lot, especially when they're this loaded. The more you flip it around, the more likely you are to have an accident. There you go, take a look at that color. That is nice, nice color there. So the other side will only take about 3 minutes to cook. I actually put it in the oven for about 5 minutes just to make sure the cheese is melted through. I didn't want to burn the quesadilla itself. So let's dress up this bad boy here. Get that camera angle just right. Gonna go ahead and put a little sour cream on top. That always goes good with quesadilla. And I'm gonna put some guacamole on top. Again, that goes really well with quesadilla. Going to garnish that with a little cilantro and a little hot sauce. Optional, of course. If you're not into it, you don't have to use it. There's the cilantro. Now the last thing I'm going to do is put some melted cheese whiz on top. Now why cheese whiz? Okay, because cheese whiz was the first cheese to be used in the Philly cheesesteak hero. Now the steak hero was created in the 1930s, but the cheesesteak hero wasn't born until the mid-1950s. Now I don't know why it took someone so long to figure out they should be adding cheese. Got a nice little flavor to it though. Alright, let's cut this bad boy up and take a look. Just snuck a little piece of beef there. So good. Okay, it looks good. Come to Papa. The only thing that would go better would be a nice Mexican beer, Modelo or Any of those Mexican beers will work. El Presidente. But this is lunch, so I don't drink beer at lunch. Although maybe later I'll have a stiff cocktail. It doesn't look cheesy, but it is. All the cheese melted down inside the beef. I did put a full cup on there. I tell you what though, this really tastes good. The onions, the peppers, the mushrooms. Thumbs up from Chef Kevin. Well folks, that's the end of another video. Hope you enjoyed it. And this is also the end of the day. Another day on the bay, Chesapeake Bay. Okay folks, if you like my cooking channel, for whatever reason, then throw me a friggin' bone here.
Throw me a frickin' bone here.